What is going down, troops, and welcome to part 4 of Let's Fit Some Bushes today. We've got a fine selection of mostly Super Pro. I don't need those. I need them. Don't need them. Don't need them. I asked for a full rear kit, but I got a full kit, so I have some fronts which I don't need because I'm running a TXR lock kit. But thank you Classic Swede for sending me stuff. Pretty good price as well, which I'm happy with. So I think we're going to do these two and these two. And then I need to make one for, where are you? Ah, over here. I need to make one for this little fella here. That goes on there. The bush goes into the car, but can't get this as a polybush for some reason. So I've ordered this bit of polybush stock bar. I'll just go down to my mate's and use his lathe, make one myself, and then some tasty nylon little locking pieces that go in here, stop the axle moving about. I'll show that a bit better. They go in there, stop the axle moving about because they're normally rubber and squidgy and made for comfort, not for speed. Oh, a couple of tasty stickers, which I'll probably not put on my car because I'm not a massive fan of stickers on my car, but I'll probably put them, don't know, maybe I'll put them on my toolbox because everybody likes putting stickers on their toolbox, race box. But anyway, we do have some fairy liquid because that is the best thing for fitting bushes, but I reckon I'm going to just wire brush these because it's aluminium and I'm not painting them because it's not going to rust, and I've done enough painting. Axle's painted. Did paint the anti-roll bar as well, although I've realised I've missed a bit, so I'm going to do it again. Then the subframe looks just as terrible as it always did, but at least it's painted and shiny. Anyway, well, first and foremost, I thought I'd chuck the diff back in because I need my vice back for pushing bushes in. Don't have a press. Don't need a press for poly bushes. It should go in fairly easy. Spins freely, looks good. It's all been kind of brake cleaned-ish, so I'm sure it'll be fine. But yeah, probably chuck the shafts and stuff in this and just build it back up, and then yeah, get on with some bushes. So the key to getting your shaft in is prep, and I didn't prep these holes first, so the bolts were just getting tighter and tighter as they hit all the paint. So I figure let's just tap and dye them clean so that it fits. You see all the shit in that. That's not just one, that's a few, but still. That's why we prep holes before putting shafts in. One side done, shiny new bolts, lube head holes before putting bolts in, and bake and roll delivery. Win-win for everyone. Take it easy. Number 2 done. Diff should turn both sides. Woohoo! Well done to me. Cool. So give this a quick wire brush because it's a bit shit looking, and then yeah, fire this on. And that's all one piece, and then I don't have to worry about dust getting into this. Not that I'm overly fussy because it's a welded diff and it's got to be the most horrible thing to do to a diff anyway. But yeah, kick on. Don't know, I'm kind of thinking now actually, give it a rough clean. I don't want to take the sensor out because the bolt looks really questionable. But I might paint it actually. I might go for yellow because the axle's silver, so that definitely doesn't make sense. But the engine bay is yellow, so yellow. We'll go for yellow, see how it turns out. If it's shit, I'm sure the paint will flake off. So, the plan for bush removal. These ones are alright because I've not got a steel sleeve in them, so I reckon I can just mash a drill through, weaken them up a little. Watch the aluminium, and then probably, hopefully, maybe not hit them through because it's not tight enough in the vise. Yeah. Yeah, I'll weaken them up with the drill a good bit, and then hopefully they'll fall through themselves. If not, I've got a wee hacksaw I can stick through there and then cut them on either side, and then they will fall through. For these, I'll definitely need the hacksaw because I've got a steel sleeve. Cut through the sleeve right through to the edge, chip them through. Lovely jubbly. Like I said, drill holes, watch with the drill, see the marks, the wee marks there. Be fine. They came out fine. Like I said with these ones, you'll need to cut through the middle bit, because if you don't, you'll bend your arm hitting it like an animal, which is quite funny. That's fine. We now don't have a spare top arm, but I do have another one. First dust coat of yellow. Ooh, it's going to be looking spicy under the car. And moving on from the fact that I should have cut the sleeves with a hacksaw, my drill's dead. So now I'm definitely going to have to cut the sleeves with a hacksaw. So option 1 with the drill and the hammer, we bend an arm. Option 2, bend the blades. So that's not going to work. Option 3 is the easiest one with the least amount of hassle. Blowtorch, melt the bushes, but yeah, I've got no gas. So, I mean, with the pandemic that's going on, I can't get anything from B&Q's because you've got to click and collect and wait on a text. I could go to Screwfix. Yeah, I could go to Screwfix, like 20 minutes or something like that. Maybe I'll go to Screwfix. It's that, or I call it a day, but we're at like, I don't know, 4 o'clock or something like that. It's a bit of a wasted day if I've got to stop now. And I feel like I've only done half of what I said I was going to do. It's not even 4 o'clock. Maybe I'll have a look on Screwfix's website and see if they sell it. But apart from, oh nice, look, a wee jobby coming out my can of spray paint. You can watch me spray this though, that's exciting. We'll cover the camera on it, overspray again. Oh yeah boy, love graffiti paint. Goes on so thick, covers a multitude of sins, and you can tag a wall with Volvo 2K20 on your way home. Love it. Yeah, well, we can at least fit 2 bushes I suppose. We put that in there, cleaned it up a wee bit. Cover these in WD, Fairy Liquid. Cover these in Fairy Liquid and then we'll just squash them in the vise. It doesn't look like they've got a side or in anything, it's just a bush. And these go on, yeah, the end of here. They get squashed onto there, although, geez, that's like, it's going to be a lot of fun fitting them. 2 bushes in. Key is using a bit of wood on the vise on here. Spread the weight over a bit so that the vise just doesn't squash this side of the bush and ping it across your workshop. But there's 2 in. Fortunately, Screwfix is only open until 4 and it's already 4, so I'll not be going to Screwfix, which means I probably won't be fitting these other bushes, which is not great. I hope to get more done today than what I've done. I did phone a mate to see if he was available for me to use his press or have flame, but he never answered, so I presume he's working. That's fair enough. I should really get a press, but I've not got a lot of room in here and I don't use a press that often, nor do I fit polybushes that often. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe paint the back plate a bit again, clean up the diff, seal the back plate on. Don't know, try and do a few other wee bits and pieces before I go. Winner, chicken dinner. Turns out my dad had some butane gas. So slowly but surely we'll get these bushes out. But if you are going to burn bushes out, don't do them on your workshop floor because all the little bits of rubber stick to your floor, your shoes, you can't get it away. Do it in a well ventilated area because you definitely don't want to breathe it in, and don't do too many because it's definitely not good for the environment. Roughly 1 polar bear dies per bush, potentially 2 depending on how big a polar bear the bush chooses at the time. So we're talking 8 to 10 dead polar bears by the time I do all these bushes, which is an absolutely shocking statistic. Anyway, kicking on. What we've got is the first bush on fire melting the second bush, like sort of really janky, absolutely disgusting barbecue. But this is definitely the least amount of effort in taking bushes out. It's the most minging way, but the most amount of mess, probably. It's definitely the easiest. Just let all the bush burn away until eventually it falls out. Although you probably shouldn't be doing it with alloy arms because aluminium will just soften up and probably bend, but you know, where would be the fun in not taking a bit of risk? Now we're on the last bush actually, which isn't taking too long. You get a bit extra flame before it goes out. Come on, go. When you go for an Indian, you get a vindaloo. Ah, my arse. Well, this one's not going to take long considering I've got the middle flaming through. That'll melt the sleeve, melt the rubber around the sleeve rapid. I did drill some holes in this one as well in the hope that it might melt through a bit quicker. Let that one burn away. So, where are you? I'll just put you down. Front bush, and there. Rear bush, super easy. That should just push in, which is nice. Steel sleeve through it. I'll go for these first. Now my vise isn't wide enough to get my block of wood in, so we'll see how it goes. Lovely. 1, 2. Just to do the other arm now. Need to take the bush out. It's been burning away for a while, so my flames went out. I don't know. I reckon that'll come out of there fairly easy. Like, just been burning for a while. Back in a jiffy. That's how you do it. Get the old screwdriver boy in there, wee burny. Perfect, on to fitting these now. What's going on, troops? So, bushes, fitted. I forgot that I had to paint these bottom arms and hangers. They're a bit of a mess, but they were painted before because I tamarated them previously, which means I can't really rust convert them, so it was just paint on top of paint, which never looks the best, but at least they're coated in something that looks shiny from a distance. But now I'm going to close it off for today. That's me done. 2 bushes to fit in those trailing arms, and then definitely on the rebuild for next week, so stay tuned for that. Take it easy.